The Siri phenomenon represents an interesting turnabout in computer technology. When smartphones were still in their infancy, PC users were the tinkerers while Mac aficionados enjoyed their product's direct link between process and application. Windows provided the kitchen and the ingredients, while Apple computers prepared egg salad and served dessert. But while user-friendly, the iPhone is mysterious, always hiding some fun feature you can't quite puzzle out. Like group mapping a video game maze, iPhone users must help one another by sharing their discoveries on the truly diverse power of their device. Let's look at 10 of the best iPhone tricks known on the Internet. Number 10. Siri gets to know the fam. Siri is a treasure trove of fun conversation for the astute user, and she's armed with at least a rudimentary knowledge of pop culture. For instance, a well-known trick is to ask Siri to open the pod bay doors, a reference to the evil, omnipresent computer HAL in the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. She will reply with a certain snark that intelligent machines will never live HAL down. But those who like to feel a little more real-life productive can use the Find Your Family method to introduce Siri to your clan. With an easy process that begins with a simple "Jane is my grandma" or "Dave is my wife," all you'd have to do is say a familiar name into your iPhone and your distaff servant will text, email, and call within seconds. Or even show you where your significant other or kids are with a quick map. Number 9. Check her phone, Dr. Heimlich. Suppose you fall and break your leg in public. A doctor arrives to help, but you can't remember which painkiller you're allergic to. The Apple Health app is designed to provide emergency information to medical personnel, even if you're incapacitated or unable to work your device. If you enable to feature Show When Locked, a quick emergency lookup of your stats can be displayed to anyone within seconds. Number 8. Customize your vibes. We've all been there on a highly anticipated date and having set the iPhone to vibrate only. That way we can at least feel incoming activity, but we mostly want to be left alone. But there's that client that we've been waiting a week to hear back from. Man, it's super important to know ASAP if that guy calls. So set a custom vibration for each caller, or certain callers. By surfing to Settings, Sounds, and Create New Vibration, the user can tap or hold to create patterns in vibration design mode. How about 4 short bursts for that all-important client and 1 long burst for nagging mom? Number 7. Best in the Field mode. Android users are familiar with the syndrome. Riding through a lonely locale and the device enters emergency-only mode. Suddenly, the user begins gazing at the sky, wondering where the nearest service could be. But if you've got an iPhone, the input code *3001 #12345 # will bring up Field Test mode, which includes precise signal strength readouts and a map of available nearby signals. Number 6. Swiping isn't just for Tinder. One complaint from Android to iPhone converts is the lack of a back button. But even though there's no one main command for backtracking an iPhone, its makers did think of everything. If you're on your browser, your Gmail, or private messages, try simply swiping left to right. The iPhone will jump back exactly 1 task or browser image. Not as exciting as a Tinder swipe, but an equally efficient cure for headaches. Number 5. Self-destruct your own messages. Forget the sexting and modeling implications. Suppose your wife asks you to send an embarrassing video clip of your last drunken karaoke performance, but she had a bad habit of posting your worst moments on Facebook for your parents to see. Set messages to auto-destruct, Captain. Go to iPhone settings and audio messages, and then set your messages to expire. Though the dialog says audio, setting it to 1 or 2 minutes will auto-erase an audio or video clip at that time, meaning your wife has time to view and giggle, but not to share. Number 4. Give that oldie a juice-up. If you're one of those sorrowful behind-the-times people who still has an iPhone 6, it probably loses its charge more often than a model with a fresh new battery pack. Never fear, though, the experts at Business Insider offer a 4-step process for supercharging that old device you haven't gotten around to replacing. Remove the phone case, a heat-absorbing battery drainer, and plug in an iPad charging cable with the iPhone in airplane mode. Finally, let the home screen turn itself off and wait. That old bag of bolts will be glowing with a full charge before you know it. Number 3. Code calling. A popular underground iPhone hack is called phreaking with a PH, or using special codes to unlock features and secret info. For instance, *#06# brings up your IMEI number, the cellular device equivalent of an IP address. For those worried about secrecy, you can input a handy code in settings that will disable your outgoing caller ID. Enter 31#, then the phone number, plus call, and your iPhone's number will be hidden from the recipient. Number 2. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Need a polite cell phone version of "Sorry, we're closed"? Use the Respond with Text function to quickly let an associate know you're busy. Under Settings, Phone, Respond with Text, you can customize the possible preloaded replies and quickly scan and send when rejecting a call. Though quickly scanning 3 possible phrases and choosing one may make you feel like a Terminator, remember to avoid bad language and violence in your business correspondence. Number 1. Trick Siri at your own risk. An annoying bug in the iPhone 7 involves not being able to use night shift and low power mode at the same time. But our life-hacking friends at Dipley.com have invented an ingenious workaround. Activate low power mode, then ask Siri to enable night shift. She'll warn you that she has to turn off low power mode. Give her your blessing, then press the sleep button. When you unlock, both programs will be running at the same time. Be careful with how often you trick your Siri, though. You might need a pod bay door opened for you one of these days.